There's a piece of advice circulating in the business world at the moment that I'm hearing with increasing frequency. And it's usually some version of words like this: if you're not automating everything in your business, you're falling behind. Now, I can understand why this message might be attractive because automation feels powerful. AI tools are undoubtedly improving at a rapid rate. And if you're running a business that already demands more of your hours than you would like, the idea of handing large parts of it over to a machine can certainly feel incredibly appealing. But the more I hear that advice, the more uncomfortable I'm becoming with it. Because I don't think the goal of building a business should be to automate everything. In fact, I think that approach can quietly damage a business in ways people don't realize until probably much further down the line. Now, I also recognize this could sound slightly strange coming from a woman who spends most of her time helping other women introduce AI and automation into their business. But the reason I believe in automation is not because it replaces people. It's because it protects them. And to me, those two things are very, very different. You see, a business is not simply a collection of tasks that can be optimized and streamlined. A business is a relationship. It's a relationship between you and your clients, your customers, your audience, and the people who trust you to solve a particular problem in their lives. That trust is not built by efficiency alone. It's built by humanity. It's built by judgment. It's built by understanding. And when people begin trying to automate every part of their business, they often start by automating the very things that form the foundations of those usual working relationships. They automate conversations. They automate communication. They automate their thinking. And slowly, often without realizing it, the business starts to lose its voice and, to me, ultimately its integrity. Everything becomes slightly more polished, slightly more efficient, and slightly less human. Now, I want to be very clear here because automation itself is not the problem. In fact, when it is used properly, it can completely transform your experience of running a business. But the real power of automation isn't in replacing people. It's in removing the operational pressures that sit quietly behind most businesses. And that is, of course, the repetitive tasks, the admin, the small pieces of invisible work that accumulate throughout the day and slowly drain your time and your energy. When those things are handled by systems, something very interesting happens because you don't disappear from your business. In fact, you actually become more present inside it. You have more mental space and capacity to think clearly. You have more time to respond thoughtfully, and you're able to show up as the human being your clients actually want to work with. And I think that's the distinction. I think we need to start making much more clearly in the AI conversations that we're having. Automation should remove pressure. It should not remove people. Because the businesses that will thrive in the coming years are not the ones that become the most automated. They're the ones that learn how to use automation thoughtfully. The ones that can build calm systems behind the scene so that the human parts of the business remain strong, visible, and present. And that's exactly what we're going to be exploring throughout this month on my channel. Because the real question is not how much can you automate? The real question, which is much more interesting than that, and it is this: what should be automated in the first place? Now, if you enjoy this kind of calm, practical thinking about running a business, make sure you subscribe, because this is exactly what we explore here each and every week. And if you'd like a simple starting point for introducing automation into your business, I've created something called the Calm AI Quick Start Guide. It's free. That's the most important thing. And it walks you through the first systems that most business owners should look at building when they want to automate parts of their business. You'll find the link just beneath this video. Have a great day.